Yo, it's day 22, being Joey and trying to break the music industry. Today we're gonna talk about S3X appeal in the music industry and my new eyebrow. Okay, so I actually feel this is one of the hardest things to talk about in a light without people going, well, you sound cocky. But obviously, people aren't allowed to employ pretty people anymore as such just because they are attractive. Like, you used to walk into bars and all of the bartenders were like really attractive. Now, personally, attraction to me does not mean you look like you do in magazines, etc. The heart is what matters. Now, I do want to say that first and foremost here. But even in the music industry, it's well known that you have to make yourself look very appealing all of the time in order to get more attraction over to you. Personally, I hate it and I think it's shitty, which also makes me feel like I can't do socials without loads of makeup on. I've got obviously certain looks, which is where the eyebrow comes into it. Now, being a gay artist, I kind of know what kind of person or people that I'm probably going to end up attracting. Now, theoretically, the kind of people that I want to attract is just anybody who has felt kind of like a loser in their life, because that is essentially what I am and who I have been in a process of changing into someone slightly more confident and like someone who is doing their shit and doing what they want to do. But what I am probably going to get, I mean, again, it's a really weird thing to say. Like, my partner actually sort of said it. They were like, essentially, you need to kind of use your looks to get some people over that probably are just going to fancy you and they are going to follow you because they fancy you. And that shit is like weird as hell to me. And just with that, it puts so much pressure on looking good. And that side of it, and you know, staying like you look young and all of that. But it's like a well-known thing, especially in the music industry. It's still in the TV industry that is a massive part of it. Unless you have a booming personality and an absolutely smashing voice like Lewis Capaldi absolute smashed it. The eyebrow thing, now where that came into it is essentially, so with the orange eyebrows, I actually quite liked them, but I don't look very attractive with them. It's not like appealing. I look quite clown-like, essentially. So I kind of have done something that I think is more appealing, especially to the kind of audience I'm probably going to have brought over. Now, I'm not trying to do that whole like appeal side of things. To me, it's more about giving off a vibe, and I want people to really resonate with my vibe and the confident side of things, as opposed to, wow, this girl's good looking. Personally, I ain't confident like that. I don't feel that way anyway, so I don't feel like I can necessarily portray that. Don't really know what I'll say on that one, guys. What's your opinion? What are your thoughts? Because to me, I think it's still pretty backwards.